Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday night. I'm here with a new
Happy Hump
face.
Day.
I'm Bill Staley. I'm the CEO and co-founder of FoodSocial. I'm joined here with a face that you might not have seen on one of our lives before. This is Alexandra de Leon. Why don't you
Hello, everyone.
give yourself a little intro? Who are you?
I'm Alexandra de Leon, aka the Hangry Latina. I focus a lot of my foods on just creating simple recipes for when you're feeling hangry, and just like to really focus on simple, easy recipes and ingredients. So happy to be here with you all and talk all about granola.
Well, I'm so excited for this show tonight. This product that we're here to celebrate is so good.
It is out of this world good. Like
So
first of its kind, out of this world good.
absolutely. I'm so excited to celebrate this tonight. We of course are joined, maybe not of course, we're joined by Michelle Daniels of Back Porch Paleo, who helped create this flavor, and Michelle Pusateri of Nana Joe's. And I think we should just dive right in. Should we get this party started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm going to go and run the show. I'm going to be in the background. If you hear somebody say, Bill, help, or whatever, I might show back up, but otherwise, I'm just going to run the show. I'm so excited for this. I'll be watching. I'll be answering your comments in the chat if you have them. Let's get this party started.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Thank you guys all for joining us. To Michelle Pusateri, Michelle Daniels, welcome.
Hello. That just gets me so emotional just to watch all that.
And it is
it's awesome, right?
Product. And I'm so excited to talk to you all about everything that went into making this amazing, beautiful granola. I mean, you guys, look at these clusters. They are beautiful. Like, we all just have them. I mean, they're just perfect to have around. But before we even get started, Michelle Daniels, I want to go ahead and let you introduce yourself. And Michelle Pusateri, I'm also going to let you introduce yourself. But Michelle Daniels, go ahead and just introduce yourself.
Yes, I will. I am Michelle Daniels. Started Back Porch Paleo with my daughter about a decade ago, just for some health reasons. Started what we didn't know then was a paleo approach to helping her feel better. And I still continue to do that. She is married, living her best life, and adorable. And so I am still here creating recipes. I love being in the kitchen. I love creating food for people I love. Comfort food forward all the time with better for you ingredients. And I will just say that the recipe that this granola blend was created around was created for my husband so he could enjoy a paleo drumstick back in the day for his birthday. And then Michelle of Nana Joe's made the magic happen. And so I will pass it to her. She's below me. I don't know if she is for everyone, but Michelle, take it away. And you go next.
Hi, I'm Michelle Pusateri. I'm the founder of Nana Joe's Granola, and we're based in San Francisco, California, and we make super delicious, epically crunchy, lovely granola. And we had the privilege of working with Michelle Daniels with Back Porch Paleo to make this waffle cone granola come to life.
And it is honestly, I told Michelle when I chatted with her on Monday, I said, I can't open my next bag. So I've been scarcely doing this one so I could have a pretty one for this event. But we are so excited to talk all about it. I know you just talked a little bit about the cone and the story behind some of the flavors. But before we get into any of that, I do want to let you all know that we do have giveaways. So if you are watching on the marketplace, just go and scroll down right below this live video and you should see a form to fill out. Make sure that you fill that out.
Please do.
Maybe you might win some. And
Yes.
also, we have a discount code for everybody. What? Yes. 20% off your
Yes.
order from the FoodSocial Marketplace using code Waffle Love. So very excited. I will be
All one
stocking
word.
up.
Yep.
Yes, stock up because it is the flavor for the summer. I am not kidding. It is so good. You guys saw how big these clusters were. They're amazing, amazing. So let's get talking about how this all came to be.
Yes.
Michelle, Pusateri, tell us the story behind how you guys got to talking about this.
Yeah, I met Michelle 4 years ago, 4 years ago,
3 years ago.
3 years ago,
In
and
person, 3 years ago. Yes, three
three
years
years
ago in
ago in
person. Yep.
person. Yeah. And we just had a really great connection. And I had always wanted to do a Chef's Blend collaboration with her. And she had brought me some of these pizzelles that she had made. And yes, those. Give me, give me, give me. She had brought me some of those to share with my team. And I actually didn't share it with my team. I ended up eating them all and stockpiling them all for myself. And I just fell in love with them. I thought they were really great. And being, having celiacs and colitis and being gluten free, I really didn't have that opportunity to have treats like that. So it was really special for me to try that. And I really fell in love with them. And I just remembered that. And then I guess Michelle and I started talking recently and we're like, I want to do this chef's blend with you. So we got on a call and there was just a moment where I was just like, I know exactly what this flavor combination should be.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to use the pizzelle flavor and texture and put that into a granola. And then I guess the rest is history.
It is.
Oh,
It is
and
because
it's magic in a bag.
I
Thank
created that
you.
pizzelle recipe so I could have a little cone at least to make the drumsticks for my husband. And this is an actual picture of the drumsticks that happened many years ago. That's my son holding them, but they were just little. I'd used a pizzelle press and rolled it and made a little cone. But then it eventually evolved into the waffle cone and it's just lived on. So it's a really special recipe. Anytime I create a recipe for someone that I love, it's extra special. And that Michelle has given it extra love and some longevity in this granola blend is just mind blowing and so touching. So it's the tenderness around it is just amazing. And I remember on that phone call when we were talking, when you realized what it was going to be, it went on. I could see it in her eyes. And then she took
That
off.
was
And
so fun.
I stood back and I'm like, okay. And as the samples kept coming my way, there were literal tears of like, how is she doing this? How does the flavor taste like a waffle cone, but it's like in granola form? So
Michelle
she's
P,
a,
take us through that like
yeah,
flavor development and process. Like obviously
Yeah.
Michelle Daniels, you're in Utah and Michelle P, you're all the way in San Francisco. So it's not like you were constantly traveling to
no.
California to go try it. So tell us about how did you use the recipe to like obviously you talked about that, but just did the pizzelle recipe kind of go into some of the ingredients on here or just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so yes, and I knew the flavor that I wanted to like I guess I started with I knew the flavor that I wanted, right? I wanted that pizzelle flavor. I wanted that fresh waffle cone. I wanted somebody to open up the bag of granola and be like, "Whoa, that smells and tastes like a waffle cone." And I'm gonna actually move this really quick because it's got traffic in the background. So, um, can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I wanted that taste, texture, and I wanted that crunch. And with that, I went about going to her recipe and looking at what is in that recipe that would actually make it taste like that. And then also, what if I'm going to make it paleo, what are the nuts that are actually going to contribute to that flavor profile? And almond slices are very versatile. They can take on any sort of flavor that you put on them. And then they also have like a really thin texture, almost like an oat crunch to them. And
Mm.
so I knew that I wanted the almond slices, and then cashews also very versatile. You can do anything with cashews. You can make it taste like anything. It gives it that creamy, like super delicious, buttery flavor.
So
And then
creamy.
yeah, totally. And then maple syrup as well. So that's kind of how I went about evolving it. And then what I did was I kind of just took those two things, and then I made it into I think a really tasty, crunchy granola that tastes like a waffle cone, but isn't a
Yes.
waffle
Yeah.
cone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Michelle,
Well,
how do you now feel? Like this has now all come to fruition. You made the pizzelle recipe years ago for your husband. What's the emotions now, just even behind
oh,
seeing this
well,
all come to life?
yeah. The the care that Michelle P took around making sure these flavors were spot on was so appreciated. And it's been emotional for me. It has been really, because as a recipe creator, you never know the
yeah,
longevity or if a recipe is going to be received or any of that. And I will say that you also used Otto's cassava flour in this blend is super special
I did.
because when I started using Otto's cassava flour in my kitchen a decade ago, it was like life changing for many of my recipes. And it made this one a reality like that. And so that you went out of made sure that that was also a part of this because I love
Yeah,
Sadie, the Otto's family. Otto is their little boy. Like they are a family run business. And so that element was super important to me as well. So it's been I have imposter syndrome that it's even still a reality because I just started this whole business of doing this to help my daughter feel better and to see that a decade later, like who would I started it for my daughter, but here I am 10 years later still in this space, and the love that this recipe is getting via this granola is just super special to me. I have tried, I have been emotional many times. I'm trying to hold it together right now because
Oh,
when I
well,
get emotional I
rightfully
can't
so.
speak.
Rightfully so, Michelle. And honestly, like my favorite way is just eating it right out of the bag. And I actually saw Michelle P. You posted a really good hack earlier today on how you just like to eat on it. Tell us about that hack that you had. I thought it was
Yeah.
with chocolate.
yeah. So I take a piece of Hue chocolate, like one of the little squares, and put it on the actual,
Yeah.
um,
To like
like
demonstrate.
the granola.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Demonstrate for us. It's so good. That was like
Because
my sweet treat for today.
I also have Hue chocolate around. And so I have a square and you take granola. There you go. That's a snack right there. Take a bite. It's a
That
nibble.
is the perfect bite right there.
Yeah.
It
And
was
I'm not going to put
such the best treat.
it is. And I have had one, I will tell you, because Michelle sent me the video and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have Hue chocolate. And so, but I'm not going to put this in my mouth right now because I won't be able to talk if I eat it. But this combo is delightful. I'm just going to say
Definitely.
it's, yeah.
And
But yeah,
I
my sister-in-law texted me and she's like, I'm just using these as a spoon to eat my ice cream. She's like, I hope that's appropriate. I'm like,
it
yeah,
is a
it's
total
appropriate.
vessel.
Please
It
do.
is a
Just scoop
vessel to
away.
get ice cream or yogurt. I like it with yogurt and
Yeah.
Michelle's raspberry confetti that I like to do with
Yeah.
frozen
Yeah.
raspberries. It's so good. It is so, so good and so versatile. But again, you could literally eat it straight out of the bag. Just the
And I
like,
do.
I have
Yeah.
never seen clusters like this in granola. They're just, it's amazing. They taste so good. And again,
Yes.
if you're just joining us live here on the Food Social Marketplace, make sure that you take part in the giveaways. Right below this live video, you should see the form to sign up for the giveaways. And also, you want to maybe snag a few bags or just snag any items on the FoodSocial marketplace, we do have a special code just for tonight. It's Waffle Love, one word, and that will get you 20% off anything on the market. And so definitely want to stock up. This is a limited time run, like
Yeah.
only for summer is what I'm hearing. So we need to stock up.
We'll see, but it is
We'll
perfect for,
see.
yeah, and we honestly didn't know it would work out this way. When her and I were first talking, we thought, "Oh, we'll just get this together." And that it came together in the month of May. I think it was serendipitous, if that's a word.
It,
Is that a word?
It
Serendipitous.
is a word. It is
Okay,
a
we're
good.
word.
making it.
I totally agree with that. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is probably one of the most, there's been a couple other recipes like Zen Belly's recipe that I was super
Yeah.
proud
Oh,
of. And I mean, all of them I've been really proud of, but
yeah.
this one I just feel like it just came together in such a beautiful way. And I think there's just like with your love and my love in it, I think you
Yeah.
taste and feel that.
Oh,
I'm really
absolutely.
proud.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
think it
I
definitely shines through. I mean, that's why I keep saying
good.
this is magic in a bag. It is so, so good. It is so unique. Also, Michelle, well, either of you, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first uh, time that we have a FoodSocial brand and a FoodSocial creator launching a product together. So just tell us
Yep.
about that. How does that feel?
Again, kind of serendipitous, right? I mean, Michelle's had Nana Joe's on our market for you're celebrating 1 year on our market, and that's we launched the market about a year ago. I mean, it's the market's fairly new in that way. And so then when Michelle and I started talking about this, it became like, oh, this is a thing. I mean, that was
Yeah.
never part of the whole process when we started it. It was just like, let's do this blend together, but that it can be a collaboration of a creator and a brand on our
Yeah.
platform. It's just it's a lot of fun. Like that's a first ever. Not only is it the first ever granola that's a waffle cone granola, it's also a first time for FoodSocial on the platform for a brand and a creator to be working together. So the
That's
first of more.
amazing.
Who knows? We'll
And tell us a little bit about just how shopping on the market benefits FoodSocial. It's just like a whole ecosystem. It supports
right.
the creator. Tell us about
Yeah.
that.
So just FoodSocial started as a recipe sharing platform, which is how I found my way to FoodSocial over 3 years ago, where with the market, you can now shop while you're on the recipe. And so while you shop on the market, it benefits a brand and the creator because we get fairly compensated for views on our recipes. And so it's this ecosystem that we're really trying to show and disrupt the normal loud crazy that you can't support one another because we can all lift each
Yeah.
other up at the same time. We don't have to keep elbowing each other out of the way. We can all be collaborative because I will die on this. A rising tide raises all boats. It just does. And the more we
Yes.
can lift each other up and be kind and just go with that vibe, I think the better. So that's been my go-to for years, and I will stick to that. So,
Absolutely.
but
And
as a
I
brand,
agree.
Michelle, you can what as a brand, you've
Yeah.
seen in a year, and we've grown a lot in the last 4 months. I would say we've picked up a lot of steam. So, from a brand perspective, I'm sure your perspective's different than mine, but
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's not only giving me exposure to um more folks out of my initial network, which is great, but it's like-minded folks, right? It's people who really care about food, really care about ingredients, care about like what they're feeding their families and feeding themselves. And I really like that aspect of it. And I also love like the recipe rumble was really
yeah,
awesome. Like
yeah,
the rice crispy bars
Oh,
yeah,
those were
that
so
was
good.
pretty. And then the I guess the chicken fingers with the savory blends around it, those were that recipe was amazing. So I think it's giving brands the opportunity to kind of sit back and let folks try out their products and put recipes without without that extra added work of having to go out and find people who may or may not use the granola in the way that in a recipe that you would actually support, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, and
Yeah.
I like all the recipes on brand social have worked. And I think that's one of the biggest things is having
Yeah.
recipes that work, that are tasty, that are easy to make, that, just resonate with your values as a brand. And I
Yeah.
think that's what's important to us, is that it resonates as a brand, and our values resonate with Food Social and with the creators. I mean, the
Yeah.
creators are everybody on there is so cool and so like kind and generous with their
Yeah. we're
recipes.
we're building a community of
Yeah.
people that, and the recipe rumble you're talking about is we have these promos all throughout the year, and you were a part of our Super Bowl recipe rumble, and we had a lot of
Yeah.
fun. We had several teams, and it ended up being so amazing, and the number of recipes that were created were, again, so cre just so
It
creative.
was
Oh, there we go.
mind blowing.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Bill has
Thank you for
joined
that. Yes.
the Nana Joe's team. I can't
I
remember
was
the
on
name of
it,
your,
so
what was the
I
name
know
of the
I did
team?
some. Oh gosh, what did I title them? They were brown butter granola Rice
Yes.
Krispies, and then I
Yeah,
also made some savory. Uh,
the Crunch Bunch. That's what they're called.
yeah, I made some savory chicken fingers using your Paleo Sunrise blend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
So,
just
yeah, it was a great community event. And that's what we're trying to do in disrupting what is outside the normal noise of social media. So we're just trying to bring it all back to brands getting to know creators, creators getting to know brands, supporting each other, building a community where we come together on happy hours, we sit and visit every week. And it's just the growth that we've seen in the last 6 months. We think we're onto something because there's been a lot of exciting growth, and it's been a lot of fun.
it truly is one of the best thing, and I have all you to thank for because Michelle Daniels introduced me to this amazing community. But definitely, this Food Social community is unlike anything else. I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm so glad that we just have so many brands, just like Nana Joe's, that are a part of it. And truly, it's a community unlike anything I have ever been a part of. So very, very
Yeah.
happy to be just a part of that. And just to kind of wrap things up, obviously, it's Memorial Day weekend. What's your suggestion for people that may be going on a long road trip for this? Any good like recipe ideas, Michelle? I know you have a few on your Instagram and Food Social. Tell us what's the best way to just I said pop it just into your mouth, but any good
Yeah.
like ideas to try?
Well, I think even your Rice Krispie treats, this blend would go great in those,
Oh, it
and that
would.
that's a great portable little treat you can take on the road with you. So I have some more coming. I keep telling Michelle I've got a couple more recipes I'm doing, but I can only do so many in a week. But I
Stay
did get
tuned.
a chance to post this, but I
Yeah.
have a key lime pie mocktail coming that you could make ahead of time and take with you. I will call it a batch. You can make it in a big container and take it with you, and it is
Ooh.
delicious. It tastes like key lime pie. But
Well, we got to stay
yes,
tuned for that.
yeah, the
Yeah, we do.
granola, I call it the crust dust. It goes along the rim of your glass, and it's the crust dust. It makes the crust of the pie. It's beautiful. So I'll share that
Oh,
one after this, but yeah, just grabbing a bag on the go is also brilliant because it is spectacular treat food. And I never adventure ever without Nana Joe's. It is always in my backpack. It's in the car whenever we go. It's in my bag when we fly. It is just, you never leave home without it. You should just never
yeah.
leave home without it.
You never want to get hangry,
Thanks,
duh.
Michelle. Yeah,
Yeah, you
right?
never want to be hangry. Yes.
Nope, nope. Well, I definitely want to just remind everybody, of course, stock up. Waffle Love will get you 20% off
That's
of any
huge.
purchase
Go
on Food
shopping.
Social.
Yes, go
Yes,
shopping.
go shopping. It is
Yes.
such a good flavor for summer. It is not overly sweet. It is so good to just literally pop in your mouth. You guys have seen us talk about it. There's obviously various recipes about it. Um, It is just, honestly, I keep saying it, it is magic in a bag. And so
Thank you.
huge kudos to you both, because this is
Thank you.
truly an amazing product. And I hope everybody just gets to try it. And of course, again, if you haven't signed up for the giveaway, right below this live feed, you'll be able to see that on the market. And we want to also give a huge thank you to just FoodSocial, obviously, and Stage 10 for hosting this.
Yes.
But both of you guys, thank you guys for just joining me and being able to talk all things Waffle Cone
Thank
Granola.
you.
It
No,
was so
we
fun just
appreciate.
getting to know the
Yeah.
like behind the scenes, even just like the flavor profiles. Like you don't get to see that. And so it's just so awesome to hear from both a creator and a brand. And so thank you both for just joining this live shopping event with me.
Me too.
Of
Definitely.
course.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Michelle,
Thank you.
and both of you for carving out time. We're all busy people. So this has been a lot of fun to just hang for a little bit and learn more about the magic in the bag, like Alexandra
Yes.
said.
Thank you for supporting brands.
Yes.
It's really,
Oh,
really important. It's really important. And also I love the support of the creators and the recipes that you all develop. I think it's building community is what we need right now.
yep.
And I can't say that enough. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed. Very
Okay.
much so.
There's our music. Well, everyone, it's so great. Thanks for joining us. Go
Thank you
shopping.
all.
Waffle love. Let's do it.
Yes, waffle love.
Yay!